Hello and welcome to Story Starters, and the first in a series of short creative writing videos for children. My name's Sue Palmer and I write fiction for children, and if you've seen any of my books you'll know that my latest project is the May's Moon trilogy, which tells the story of 13-year-old Michael May's dream of becoming the first child astronaut. When I'm not writing, I visit schools to run space and creative writing workshops. And in my Story Starter videos, I'd like to share with you some of my top tips for writing, some of the things I've learnt, and some of the methods I use for creating characters, setting, plot, and the first lines of your story. So whether you're a budding writer, whether you've got a project for school and you're looking for inspiration, or whether you just want to do this for fun, why not join me? Today, I'm going to show you how I develop my characters for a story, and I'd like you to do this along with me. So what is a character? Well, it can be a person, a creature, a being, a thing, and a character reacts and responds to what's going on around them. We put them in difficult positions to see how they may react, and the best characters are the ones that we want to carry on following, way beyond the story finishing. So just think for a second of some of your favourite books, some of your favourite stories, and the characters that make you want to follow them. So let's come up with our character. Let's develop a character. Now, where can you get ideas? Well, they're everywhere. You can look at photographs, you can look at magazines, TV programmes, films, online, real people that you know, or maybe you've got an idea of a character that you want to draw yourself. For Michael May in May's Moon, his character came from two places. The first, a boy in real life, and the second was the personality traits of a character in one of my favourite children's stories. And together, they made Michael May. So I'd just like you to spend a little bit of time finding an image, or drawing an image, or cutting out an image of a character that interests you, that might spark a story that you find intriguing. And once you have that picture, we can then move on to developing your character. Now, I use something called a character profile sheet. It sounds a bit technical, but all it is a list of personality traits for my character, physical appearance descriptions, and information that builds up that character into a real person. So the better we know our characters, the better we know how they're going to respond and react to the situations we put them in our plots. So this is what a blank version of the character profile form looks like. And what I'm going to ask you to do next is to go through this form and answer as many questions as you can. Give your character a name and an age. Tell me what they like to eat. Give them a star sign and a date of birth. Find out what irritates them, what they enjoy, what they dislike. By doing that, you make your characters as whole and real as possible before you start your story. Now, for Michael May, I can share with you a few things that not many other people would know, because my character profile is for me to write the story. So Michael loves sausage and mash. He also loves Charlotte Leonard. He has a slight stutter when he speaks, when he's nervous. He has curly brown hair which he hates and which he can't gel. And he carries a lucky charm around his neck in the shape of a space rocket from his dad. Now, I know that Michael's ambition is to be the first child astronaut, as will you. But if we had none of these character traits and personality details, our characters would be fairly flat and disinteresting. So have a go at filling out the character profile sheet as fully as you can. It's only a starting point. Add detail, add extra sheets, because the better you know your character, the better your writing will be when we come to put your character in some difficult situations. Okay, so we now have a picture of our character and we have a character profile sheet with details that you know about your character that you can choose to share or not in your story, but make your character full. So the next step is to create a goal for your character. What is the purpose of the character in the story? What are they trying to achieve? For Michael May, he wants to become the first child astronaut. And if I'd made that easy for him, the story would have been short and not particularly interesting. So think about what your character's main goal is, and as soon as you do that, you'll have thoughts come into your head about what might stand in the way of that goal, what might happen to your character, and which obstacles they may need to overcome in order to achieve that goal. So, once we know that, we know how your character is going to behave, we know how they're going to move towards their goal, and you can make it more or less difficult as you go along. So the final thing to do with your character is to work out how they change inside as a result of their quest, their adventure, or searching for their goal. We've all read stories where a good character becomes evil or an evil character becomes good. But there are other ways in which your characters can change. They can discover a truth, they can discover a lie, they can realise something about themselves or about others. So have a think about how your character will change from the start of your story to the end of your story. So in this short session, you have a picture, an image or a drawing of your character. You have a character profile sheet with details of their likes and dislikes, their appearance and other important information that you know as the writer. You've set a goal for your character, and you know how they're going to change as a result of going through the story and the obstacles you're going to put in their way. So just think how well you already know your character and how you know how they're going to react and respond to events you're going to create in your plot. So the next story starters session will be about creating a setting, a world in which your character lives, whether it be real life or fantastical. That's what we're going to look at in the next session. In the meantime, work on your characters until you've got full, rounded people or creatures or beings that you can then write about. If you'd like to download the character profile sheet, it's on my website at www.sypalmer.com, along with details of my books and some other resources you might find useful for writing. So have a play with your characters, have some fun. You can make up anything you like, and I'll see you in the next session of Story Starters. Happy writing. Bye.